Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. One knife costs $9.99, come and chop me down. Chapter 81. At this time, the South Gate was crowded with countless players. Most of their levels were in the teens, and a few had reached level 20. Lu Feng simply scanned it and found that there were probably more than 50 million players here, and there were many big guilds among them. At this time, a mage player shouted to the people around him, "Brothers, why are you still standing here? Go out and kill monsters to get points. There are only some level 20 goblin monsters outside. Come with me." Quote. Following his shout, groups of players rushed out. It is true that there is nothing powerful about this first wave of monsters. It is normal to go out and kill monsters to gain points. Li Dong looked at Lu Feng and said, Feng, what should we do now? Let's take a look first. If other players can defeat this wave of monsters at will, then we will join them. If they can't stand it, we will see what we do. Then several people nodded. There were at least more than 300,000 players in the first wave of players who rushed out of the city. They launched a ferocious attack on the goblin army in front of them. Just as they expected, the goblins in front of them were not strong. They only needed a few people to focus their fire and kill one of them. As the first wave of players who rushed out reaped the benefits, a large number of players in the city behind could no longer sit still and took up their weapons and rushed out. As a result, nearly half of the players at the South Gate rushed out, and a melee between the goblin army and the player army outside the city soon began. At this moment, another horn sound came from behind the goblin, Woo. At this time, Lu Feng and others who were still standing on the city wall saw a goblin cavalry riding a black wolf appearing behind the goblin army in the distance. Moreover, there are at least 500,000 of these cavalry, and they immediately begin to outflank the players outside the city from the sides. Lu Feng also used insight technique on the approaching goblin cavalry. Name: Goblin Elite Wolf Cavalry. Level: 25. Level: Elite Monster. Blood volume: 80,000. Amount of mana: 5,000. Physical attack: 650. Physical defense: 350. Magic defense: 200. Skills: Capture Net, Plunder passive, Goblin Riding passive. Introduction. The elite wolf cavalry of the Goblin clan has strong mobility and reconnaissance capabilities. After reading the attributes, Lu Feng felt that the players outside were in trouble. These hundreds of thousands of Goblin Elite Wolf Cavalry attributes are nothing to him, but they are deadly to players of more than 10 levels, and there are so many of them. At the same time, a group of huge goblins holding giant axes rushed out from behind the goblin army. These guys were at the boss level at first glance, and there were tens of thousands of them. As a result, players outside the city may suffer heavy losses. The players on the city wall also saw the movements of the goblin army and began to notify the players outside in the chat channel. However, most of the more than 20 million players outside were in battle and had no time to watch the chat channel. In the end, only a small number of players returned to the city. At this time, the goblin army had surrounded the players outside the city, and then the elite goblins and boss-level goblins rushed to the front and began to massacre these players. Fortunately, there is no penalty for being killed by monsters on the active map, other than being kicked out of the active map. That's why these players dared to rush out of the city with confidence. Feng, it seems that the players outside the city are in trouble. Chen Ming said. Lu Feng nodded. Trying to break out among tens of millions of monsters was simply impossible. Unless all the players in the city go out to save them. But in that case, there will definitely be many players who die in the end. Su Ho also sighed at this time and said, these people are crazy about points. How can such a large-scale event be so easy to pass? Alas. Lu Feng looked at Shalwa and the others and said, although these goblins are a threat to ordinary players, they are not a threat to me. You guard the city gate, Shalwa buffs me, and I will go outside to collect points. Chen Ming. Feng, I think I can do it too. Li Dong and Wang Dao also nodded. Lu Feng finally said helplessly, then the 8 of you will go together to kill monsters. Don't be too aggressive. Got it. Several people's eyes were full of fighting spirit, and they nodded in agreement. After arriving at the city gate, he also added 2 buffs. Battle Roar. Breath of Immortality open. Lu Feng smiled at the goblin army not far away. Here I am. As he said that, he ran over, and Chenming and 8 others rushed out after him. At this time, the other players at the south gate didn't understand the operations of Lu Feng and the others. The goblin army outside was obviously premeditated and organized to harvest players. How dare these 8 people rush out? Is this too tough? Lu Feng used Savage Charge against a nearby goblin warrior. Minus 11,350. Minus 565,232. Plus 311354. This goblin died instantly. He looked at the countless goblin monsters in front of him and smiled slightly. It's time to let you know what unparalleled mowing is. Killing aura, turn on. 2070*99. Minus 565,232*99. Plus 306343*99. All the goblin monsters within 10 meters fell to the ground instantly, and they didn't know how they died. Then I saw Lu Feng running happily among the goblin army. He is simply a sunny boy. Wherever he ran at this time, the goblin army fell in pieces. As a killer, he could get 30% more points. He saw that his points panel was growing rapidly, just like riding a rocket. The points of Shalwade also increased rapidly. Although it was less than Lu Feng, the increase was still exaggerated. Lu Feng looked at the rising points and ran harder. These level 20 to 25 goblins couldn't stop one of his cutting damage. At this time, the players on the south gate wall were stunned. What the hell, what's going on with that player who's running? Why do the goblin monsters fall down wherever he goes? Is this guy cheating? Are you blind? You didn't see the halo moving around that guy's feet. It must be the fan-type group attack skill. Isn't that right? Generally speaking, group attack skills have relatively low damage. Even if it can kill ordinary level 20 goblins instantly, it certainly can't kill those elite goblins and boss instantly, right? How to explain this? Is there a possibility that this guy used a scroll of forbidden spells? You are such idiots. You will know what's going on if you look at who is currently ranked number 1 in points. Then they all opened the activity points ranking list. Guardian Goddess Statue. Top 10 rankings in event points. No. 1. Charging Little Warrior, 562128. No. 2. Fake Oil, 412001. No. 3. Arrow Shooting into the Sky, 410213. No. 4. The Chrysanthemum Crazy, 408248. No. 5. Little Lotus Shows Her Sharp Points, 395623. No. 6. Cute Little Lulu, 394459. No. 7. Shadows in the Wind, 394164. No. 8. Na is Because of You, 394028. No. 9. For Whom the Flowers Fall, 393569. No. 10. Falling Leaves Return to Their Roots, 11,260. Holy shit. These top 9 are all cheating. Master Luo Yi only has over 10,000 points, but these 9 people already have hundreds of thousands of points. Now you know who the man is running among the goblin army. Awesome. I'm completely convinced. It's so irritating that people are so different from each other. Lu Feng, who was running outside the city, kept rushing towards more goblin monsters. The goblins were also confused by his actions. 5 minutes later, Lu Feng was completely out of mana, and his killing aura was also forced to turn off. Alas, it seems that the current mana regeneration speed cannot keep up with the 100 mana points per second consumption rate. He began to complain about his mana regeneration speed. If other legal players heard this, they would slap him to death. As a warrior, if you want Hare's mana regeneration speed, wouldn't it be enough if you just face it? However, in these 5 minutes, he had already killed more than half of the goblin army. He looked at his points and saw that they had exceeded 3 million. Not bad, leave the rest to other players. Go back to Shalwa and the others first and ask them for some blue medicine. The players on the battlefield were numb when they saw Lu Feng running back, but if Lu Feng hadn't run over to save them, they would have been cold. These players love and hate Lu Feng. Although this Diao Mao saved us, there are only a few million goblins left now. How many points can we get from this? The players in Southgate City also reacted at this time. Brothers, come out with me and fight monsters, otherwise we will all be killed by the Charge Master, and we won't even be able to drink soup. FK, I just realized it. The brothers in front should save some goblins. Don't let me end the first wave with 0 points. More than 30 million players rushed out of the city, and more than 20 million players outside the city quickly divided the remaining millions of goblins equally. Damn it, I just scored more than 20 points. This first wave is a waste. You have the nerve to say it, but I still have 0 points now. Some idiot knocked me down just now, and I was so slow that I couldn't even drink the soup. It is strongly recommended that the Charge Master be kicked out of the event map, and such players are strictly prohibited from participating in the event. Yes, I support. The discussion among the players at the scene immediately turned into a siege on Lu Feng. It seemed that someone was stirring up trouble inside. At this time, Little Bridge Flowing Water, the president of the Yanulo Guild, said, if there was no Charge Master in the first wave at the South Gate, how many of you would die here, don't you yourself know? And if this event fails, but all of us will be punished, can you accept it? The words of Little Bridges and Flowing Water woke everyone up. She was right, it was indeed the truth. It seemed that Lu Feng had robbed them of points, but if it weren't for Lu Feng's presence, tens of millions of players would have died by now. Moreover, this is the first wave of active monsters, and they don't know how terrifying they will be in the future. Whoever said that he wanted to kick the Charge Master just now, use your brain next time and don't squirt your dick. That's right, I don't know how much I weigh, but I just know that the dog is barking. Although the crisis in the South Gate has been resolved, a large number of players in the other 3 gates were killed by the Goblin Army. Lu Feng looked at the number of online players on the event map. At this time, it had dropped from the initial 220 million players to 180 million players. Players from the other 3 gates have now begun to defend the city gates. Lu Feng did not intend to go to other doors to help, because this first wave could definitely be defended. 10 minutes later, a prompt sounded from the system. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the first wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The second wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. Players please be on guard. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the first wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The second wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. Players please be on guard. Close black lens bracket. Soon a large number of goblin monsters gathered outside the city, and some of these goblins were driving large robots. At this time, no one dared to leave the city easily to meet the attack. They all stood in the city and waited. Lu Feng also took some blue potion from Shalwa and others. Now he can drink the blue potion while running, so that he can run for a while longer. Then he nodded to a few people and rushed out again. The players at the South Gate watched him run out alone with dark expressions on their faces, but no one dared to stop him. Who dares to provoke a master of this level? Lu Feng checked the data of these goblins. They were all level 25 monsters and posed no threat to him. One word: run. Just after he had been running for about a minute, a player in the city suddenly shouted, "Are you going to watch the Charge Master wipe out the monsters alone? I can't stand it anymore, charge." His words ignited the players in the city, and then they rushed out again. Kill. Don't take the idiot in front of me as a sight. Damn it, who the hell tripped me? Damn it. At this time, the players at the South Gate and the players at the other gates were in completely different states. The players at the other 3 gates were unable to defend themselves, consuming the Goblin Army bit by bit. But at the South Gate, there was a scene of tens of millions of people grabbing monsters together. Master Charger, please run slower, we won't blame you for killing you. Master, I beg you, please leave some soup for us. I have an old man and a young man, it's not easy to play a game. ... Lu Feng looked back and was startled. Oh no, why are you guys chasing me so hard? Go in other directions to kill your monsters, don't chase me. Lu Feng complained. Master, your points are already behind us by several galaxies. Please be merciful. Yes, you should go back and rest first. Leave the monsters here to us. Lu Feng smiled slightly and said, you guys don't use your brains. There is no monster spawn in the South Gate, so why don't you go to other gates? His words also reminded some players, and soon some players went to the other 3 city gates. As some players in the south gate moved to the other 3 city gates, there are now only more than 25 million players left in the south gate. Now that all the monsters in the south gate have been killed, there are still more than half of the goblin armies in the other 3 gates. After more than 20 minutes, all the second wave of active monsters were eliminated. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the second wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The third wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. Players please be on guard. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the second wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The third wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. Players please be on guard. Close black lens bracket. This wave of monsters are still level 25 wild monsters, but there are more elite monsters and boss. As time went by, the 7th wave soon came. Lu Feng looked at the online players on the event map and found that there were only over 100 million players left. Seeing that the 7th wave of active monsters in front of him was the troll family, he began to worry about the other 3 city gates. This troll is a level 30 to 35 wild monster, and it is rough and thick-skinned and difficult to kill. Most of the current players are at level 10 and it will definitely be difficult to fight against a monster of this level. Lu Feng said to the people around him, "After we finish killing the monsters in the south gate, we will go to the other gates to check the situation." Several people nodded in agreement, and they still trusted Lu Feng's words. Li Dong said at this time, "If my estimate is correct, 80% of the 10th wave will be active monsters above level 40, and there will definitely be a lot of elite monsters and bosses in it. Monsters of this level are very stressful for us. Big, except Ah Feng." Tang Qian said calmly, "The current points of the 9 of us are basically unmatched by anyone. Now we should ensure that this event is successfully completed, so we have to help the other 3 city gates." After several people studied the tactics, Lu Feng rushed into the monster group again. In less than 10 minutes, he had run to death all the trolls at the south gate. He came to Chen Ming and others and said, "Let's go, it's time to go to other city gates to help." Then several people started to go to the west gate, which was currently defending with difficulty. Players die every moment. Some players began to complain crazily. This Dogecoin game system has generated tens of millions of level 30 plus trolls for our dozen level players to fight. It really thinks highly of us. That's right, this is only the 7th wave. Will the 10th wave require level 40 monsters? This is not an event, this is a nightmare. The number of players on the active map is decreasing rapidly. This is because the south gate has been solved in advance. After Lu Feng's team arrived at the west gate, they started brushing directly. And he started running again, waving to the players not far away while running, "Friends, I'm here to help you." Some players on the city wall had an indescribable feeling after seeing Lu Feng's team. Especially those players who moved here from the south gate were both happy and depressed when they saw Lu Feng. In less than 10 minutes, all the troll army here was cleared again, and Lu Feng's team continued to move towards the north gate. At this time, there was still a third of the troll army at the north gate. Due to the addition of Lu Feng's team, the troll army at this city gate was wiped out again a few minutes later. As for the east gate, Lu Feng and the others did not go there, but returned to the south gate again. They used this support tactic to successfully clear the 8th and 9th waves of active monsters. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the 9th wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The 10th wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. This wave of monsters are all boss level active monsters and are very powerful. Players, please be on defense. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. All the 9th wave of active monsters have been eliminated. The 10th wave of active monsters will arrive on this map in 10 seconds. This wave of monsters are all boss level active monsters and are very powerful. Players, please be on defense. Close black lens bracket. Players were shocked when they saw the system prompt. Oh my god, they are all boss level monsters. The difficulty has suddenly increased. I don't know how many BOSSs will come. Looking at the current number of players on the active map, there are only more than 47 million players left. These players also assigned 4 city gates for defense, which made it even more difficult. At this time, Lu Feng walked to the south gate and said to the other players, "Leave the south gate to our team. You can go defend the other gates. There are currently more than 5 million players in the south gate." When they heard Lu Feng's words, they were shocked at first and then thought it made sense. Without saying anything, they all went to other city gates in unison. This kind of large-scale mission in a war zone must be completed first. That will be a good thing for the entire war zone. As for personal interests, everyone still knows which is more important. Soon, a large number of level 40 gold level boss appeared in Lu Feng's field of vision. These boss were basically beasts. Judging from the number, there should be 100,000 of them, and behind this group of BOSSs there is a small group of higher level BOSSs. This small group is the level 40 platinum level boss, and there are probably 10,000 of them. You rely on the city wall to defend. Shalwa adds buff to me, and you just defend the city gate. I'm going. After saying that, he rushed towards the boss group. These bosses basically have around 10 million health points, and the platinum level bosses that follow have more than 12 million health points. It was no longer easy to kill them by running away, so he planned to stop these boss and use his other group attack skills to kill them. But at this time, the players at the other 3 city gates all looked desperate. Among them were the level 40 gold and platinum boss groups. It was not easy to kill them, players who were in their teens or 20s. It seems that this mission is not that easy to pass. Players must rely on the terrain and perfect coordination to pass it. Most players didn't even think of this at first, so they rushed forward and lost their lives. Now that there are not enough players, if you want to solve the 10th wave of boss, it is basically a certain death situation. While the players at these 3 city gates are still waiting for the boss group to attack, the south gate has already started killing people like crazy. Tens of thousands of boss surrounded Lu Feng and attacked, and a small number of boss rushed towards the city gate, but they were blocked by Chen Ming and others at the city gate. All the melee professions among the 8 of them were blocked in front, preventing the boss from entering. Behind them stood remote mages and priests such as Shalwa and Chen Ming, who continued to output and milk teammates. Shalwa is still very powerful. She can easily take care of a team by herself. These level 40 bosses are not difficult for Shalwa. Shalwa's 4 best friends are under great pressure. They have only just reached level 20. If it weren't for Shalwa's buff and milk supply, they would have failed several times. At this time, Wang Dao had a dark look on his face. Because he is a melee assassin, is level 34, and wears level 30 platinum equipment, he becomes the tank at the front. Wang Dao, I'm really convinced. Why did you choose the melee profession so stupidly? I'm about to be beaten and smoking. FK it. Chen Ming, you are still complaining. If a Feng hadn't attracted a large number of bosses in front of you, you would have gone to the west by now. Li Dong, hold on. As long as a Feng takes care of the boss over there, he will come over to help us. All we have to do is hold him back. At this moment, a prompt sounded from the system. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. Statue of the goddess is being attacked by monsters. Currently, 99% of its health is left. Players are requested to eliminate the active monsters as soon as possible. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. Statue of the goddess is being attacked by monsters. Currently, 99% of its health is left. Players are requested to eliminate the active monsters as soon as possible. Close black lens bracket. Chen Ming. Damn it, which city gate let the boss in? Are tens of millions of you just living off the food? These missed bosses came from the north gate. In fact, this cannot be blamed on the players for missing bosses. In front of a boss of this level, players at this stage simply can't stand it. Those defensive battles were defeated by the boss in just 2 or 3 seconds. As for those squishy professions, 2 bosses will kill each other, which is simply a massacre. There were slightly more players at the east and west gates. They were smarter and blocked the city gates with warriors to prevent the boss from entering, but even so, players on the city wall and at the city gates kept dying. Because these boss have long range, they can attack players on the wall. Why Chen Ming and others at the south gate are under so little pressure is because the remote boss here is attracted by Lu Feng, so they can withstand it. Lu Feng became anxious when he saw the statue of the goddess being beaten. He had to quickly eliminate the boss here. Full Moon Slash. Open black lens bracket battle trample close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket whirlwind close black lens bracket. These group attack skills cannot clear the boss in front of you in a short time, and Dark Sky Eye only lasts for 180 seconds, and it will definitely not be able to solve the boss in the entire map. What should we do now? By the way, I still have 6 professional skill points, and there are still 2 skills on the first level of the skill tree that I haven't learned yet. Let's see if there are any suitable group attack skills. Then he drank a bottle of mana medicine, and while maintaining his mana level, he clicked on the professional skills to check. There are 6 skills in the first level of the skill tree. Now all 3 skills on the left have been lit up by him, and there is also 1 skill on the right. Then he shifted his consciousness to the 5th skill, which was called Immortal Wave Slash. Skill name: Immortal Wave Slash. Item level: Growth skills. Learning level: Level 20. Learning requirements: Immortal Warrior exclusive skills. Skill introduction: Consume 1000 mana points to instantly condense a huge wave of sword light to attack all enemy units within 20*5 meters in front, and cause 3 sections of attack damage. Each section of damage is 60% of the own physical attack, can be strengthened 3 times. Each enhancement increases multi-stage attack damage by 10% and attack range by 10%, with a CD of 10 seconds. This skill is also very powerful. It can attack enemies within 20 meters in front. It is a large-scale attack method. It's a pity that it still can't solve the problem at hand. Let's continue looking at the 6th skill. Skill name: Immortal Unparalleled Wave. Item level: Growth skills. Learning level: Level 20. Learning requirements: Immortal Warrior exclusive skills. Skill introduction: Consumes 3000 mana points to immediately absorb all enemy units within 50 meters of itself. It will cause 30% of its own physical damage to the absorbed enemy units once. The hatred of the absorbed enemy units will skyrocket. Enhance 3 times. Each enhancement increases the damage by 10% and the absorption range by 10%, and the CD is 30 seconds. Wipe. This is a skill that attracts monsters, not that awesome group attack skill. No matter, let's learn these 2 skills first. Ding. Congratulations on learning the skill Immortal Wave Slash. It consumes 1 skill point. Ding. Congratulations on learning the skill Immortal Unparalleled Wave. It consumes 1 skill point. Seeing that there were still 3 professional skill points left, Lu Feng strengthened them all on Immortal Unparalleled Wave. In this way, his absorption range reaches a radius of 65 meters. Then he released Immortal Unparalleled Wave directly at the monster in front of him. All the original long-range attacking BOSSs were sucked in by him. He was also stunned when he saw tens of thousands of BOSSs in front of him being pulled directly in front of him. Damn it, this skill turns out to be so awesome. Now he is no longer afraid of the remote boss and can directly attract him and fight them together. Then let you try my move, Immortal Wave Slash. A strong light energy attached to his weapon, and then he slashed out from top to bottom. At this time, a 10-meter high and 5-meter wide sword light rushed out from his blade of destiny. The bosses who were still crowding each other in front were instantly enveloped by the thick sword light, and then slashed 20 meters away without any hindrance. The BOSSs that were struck by the sword light all lost their health bars, and many BOSSs were killed directly. He then released Savage Charge plus Battle Trample on a boss inside. Brother, let's all fall down. Lu Feng shouted. Open black lens bracket whirlwind close black lens bracket. Swish, swish, bang, bang, bang. These tens of thousands of bosses were wiped out by him in an instant. Looking at all the fallen boss, he now knows how to combine and release these skills. First use Immortal Unparalleled Wave to suck the monster in front of you, and then release Immortal Wave Slash. Normally, the ordinary boss is already game over. If there are still people alive, use Savage Charge plus Whirlwind. Coupled with your own killing aura, no matter how many monsters come, they will be defeated in seconds. At this time, Chen Ming still had thousands of bosses to kill, so he rushed towards the city gate without wasting any time. Then he released Immortal Wave Slash on these boss. The boss that was killed instantly had all the hatred transferred to him, and he crashed into the innermost boss with a savage charge. The next scene is Lu Feng's unilateral performance. Li Dong looked at Lu Feng in confusion and said, Feng, why do I feel that you have become stronger again? Lu Feng smiled slightly and said, I just used the remaining skill points, so I strengthened them a bit. After a few minutes, all the bosses in the South Gate were cleared by their team, and they also started running towards the statue of the goddess in the middle. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. Statue of the goddess is being attacked by monsters, with 80% of its health remaining. Players are requested to eliminate the active monsters as soon as possible. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Regional announcement. Statue of the goddess is being attacked by monsters, with 80% of its health remaining. Players are requested to eliminate the active monsters as soon as possible. Closing square bracket. Li Dong, Feng, we have to hurry up, statue of the goddess is losing too much blood. Now the 3 city gates in the east, west, north and west are all missing boss, and these boss are all attacking the statue of the goddess. After a while, Lu Feng and others rushed to the center of the goddess statue, and saw hundreds of bosses attacking the statue. You guys take care of yourselves and don't die. I'll go and fight these bosses, Lu Feng said. Savage charge. Immortal wave slash. The hundreds of bosses in front of him were either killed by him or injured by his murderous aura, and they all turned their hatred and started attacking him. Seeing the boss crowd surrounding him, he immediately launched another whirlwind. Hundreds of bosses at the scene were killed on the spot. Li Dong and others were stunned. They knew that Lu Feng was strong, but he was too strong. A boss with more than 10 million blood, or a few hundred of them killed by you in an instant. Is this a level 41 warrior? It's not an exaggeration to say he is the god of war. Just when they were surprised, Lu Feng came over and said, we will guard the statue here. The monsters who break through the 3 city gates will definitely come to attack here. We just wait and wait. Chen Ming, that makes sense, but you alone have taken the limelight today, and I don't even have room to show off. Wang Dao, you want to show off? Yes, I will allocate 100 bosses to you in a while, and you can show off slowly. Chen Ming was immediately frightened, and then he coughed a few times in embarrassment and said, oh, we are all good brothers, so let Feng take the limelight. As time goes by, more and more bosses are missing from the 3 city gates. These players who were still holding on did not hear the system announcement that statue of the goddess was losing blood again. They felt very strange. Thunderstorm, the president of the North Gate Thunder Guild, said to an assassin beside him, go to the statue of the goddess immediately to see what is going on. The assassin had also reached level 20 and entered the invisible state and ran towards the central area. After a while, he reported the situation of goddess statue to Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm, what are you talking about? The Charge Master's team is guarding the statue of the goddess alone. And the Charge Master can kill these bosses at will. This assassin player's name is Knife Licking Blood. He was still invisible and watching Lu Feng and the others. Then he shot a short video and sent it to Thunderstorm. After watching the video, Thunderstorm directly ordered everyone in the guild, all members of the Thunder Guild, follow me back to guard the statue of the goddess, quickly. At this time, hundreds of thousands of people from the Thunder Guild rushed towards the central area at the North Gate. The remaining millions of players didn't know what these people were going to do, but they still followed the footsteps of the big guild and began to evacuate to the central area. As a result, the North Gate completely gave up its defense, and the boss rushed in like a tide. At this time, Examen was completely lost, all the frontline professions were dead, and the remaining long-range professions also began to run towards the central area. The only thing still holding up is the East Gate. Lu Feng and others looked at the crowd of players running over. Could it be that all the bosses in these 2 doors have been cleared? Thunderstorm ran directly in front of Lu Feng and gasped, Charge Master, the boss at the North Gate is about to charge up. It's up to you now. We really can't withstand it anymore. Lu Feng, good guys, these players just gave up defense and ran over. Players from the West Gate began to complain that the West Gate had been lost, that they had escaped, and that a large group of bosses were about to rush forward. Lu Feng said to Thunderstorm, assign players to properly defend the surroundings of the statue of the goddess. Don't let the boss touch the statue. Leave the rest to me. Thunderstorm smiled slightly and said, I've been waiting for the Great Master to say this. I heard that the Great Master has got 2 more guild founding orders. President Zhang has arranged a public auction at 8 o'clock tonight. Do you want more? Take care of me. Well, that's easy to talk about. Let's finish this event first and then talk about it. After Thunderstorm received Lu Feng's answer, his eyes lit up and he immediately began to arrange personnel to defend around the statue. At this time, a large group of BOSSs from behind also rushed up. Players were a little scared when they saw the terrifying group of BOSSs. Thunderstorm shouted loudly at this time, you are such a coward. This is an event map, and you will not lose any hair if you die. Please cheer up and stop these boss. Many individual players also became fierce at this time, yes. Anyway, there is nothing to lose if you die, just be afraid of your balls. Lu Feng said to the people around him, you guys protect the statue, I'll kill the boss first. After saying that, he rushed to Examen, and Shalwa added 3 more buffs to him at this time. She was indeed the royal nanny, and the CD time of the buffs was calculated well. Seeing the group of BOSSs rushing towards Examen, he used Savage Charge as soon as he looked directly at the boss in the middle. Full Moon Slash. Open black lens bracket battle trample close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket combo slash close black lens bracket. Immortal Wave Slash. When he saw the boss surrounding him, a huge suction force came out from inside. Most of the bosses on the Examen side were sucked away by Lu Feng's Immortal Unparalleled Wave. Savage Charge plus Whirlwind. The tens of thousands of bosses that were sucked towards him were defeated by his combo of moves. At this time, Examen had only a few hundred single bosses left, and even so, he did not let go of these missing bosses. He just walked up to the boss and used Killing Intention Halo to trigger damage and hatred to successfully attract the boss. After running in the West Gate passage for a while, he dragged all the hundreds of missed boss behind him. However, he did not kill these bosses directly, but ran towards the North Gate again. Savage Charge. He rushed towards the boss group at the North Gate. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The CD is ready, come over here. Immortal Unparalleled Wave. Swish, swish, swish. The North Gate boss, which was still killing players, was sucked in by a huge force. Immortal Wave Slash. Open black lens bracket battle trample close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket whirlwind close black lens bracket. He once again killed tens of thousands of the boss at the scene in seconds. At this time, other players were dumbfounded. Damn it, are you still playing warriors? Didn't you say that the mage is the king of group attacks? Is it an illusion? Another individual player also said in surprise. This is no longer a professional problem, this is not even a game. We are exhausted and can't kill a boss, and he will drop tens of thousands of BOSSs in a few seconds. FK. This is even better than cheating. I am really convinced. I have been playing online games for more than 10 years. This is the first time I am convinced and everyone is convinced. Lu Feng's current activity points have reached over 90 million. If this 10th wave passes, he will definitely exceed 100 million points. Shalwa's 8 people also benefited, especially his 4 best friends, who can definitely rely on this wave of activity points to take off. Soon the bosses at the North Gate and West Gate were all cleaned up by Lu Feng. Thunderstorm strode towards Lu Feng and said with a smile, Master, the only thing left is the East Gate. It seems to be well defended there. Not a single boss has escaped so far. Lu Feng also nodded. The defense of the East Gate is indeed good. It seems that there is an expert in command. Then let us help them. After all, we are still players in the war zone. Lu Feng said. Thunderstorm shrugged and said, Brothers, follow the master to the East Gate to eat meat. Let's go. Millions of people around them have responded, and they now have no psychological burden. Dongzi, the 8 of you should stay here to prevent unexpected situations. Lu Feng told Li Dong and others, and they nodded. Now each of the 8 of them has tens of millions of points, and they don't care about which category they have. Soon Lu Feng and millions of players came to the East Gate. Only then did they realize why there were no monsters missing from the east gate, because the players here had blocked the city gate with debris. At the same time, there is a group of players who have been holding up debris to prevent the boss from rushing over. There was a middle-aged man on the city wall who was constantly directing everyone to attack. Lu Feng had never seen this man before. He turned to Thunderstorm and asked, "Brother Storm, who is the middle-aged man who is conducting?" Thunderstorm frowned and said, "This is the leader of a mysterious force. He is not the first batch of players to enter God's domain, but the ones who came later. They are a mysterious force with many players, and they are well organized and organized. They are extremely disciplined, and according to our investigation, they are 80% from the Chinese army." Sure enough, he has the style of a general, able to remain calm in this situation and command tens of millions of players to successfully block the 10th wave of boss groups. The speculation of Thunderstorm should be true, and only people in the military have such ability and momentum. Lu Feng smiled faintly. Then let's help them too and complete the activity as soon as possible. Thunderstorm, okay. At this time, the middle-aged man also noticed Lu Feng and his group of players, with a puzzled look in his eyes. Could it be that the protection of the other 3 city gates has ended? Why did everyone suddenly go to the east gate? At this time, an assassin player appeared next to the middle-aged man and said, "Report, all the bosses at the other 3 city gates have been killed. These players are the defenders of the other 3 city gates. Oh, we in China are indeed crouching tigers, hidden dragons. I really didn't expect it, but this is what makes it interesting." When Lu Feng came to the city wall, he saw that there were more than 20,000 bosses below. He looked at the height of the city wall. You shouldn't die if you fall. If you jump down and fall to your death, that would be so embarrassing. After saying that, he jumped down. Minus 18,000. Oh, let me rub it. My leg hurts so much from the fall. A mortal unparalleled wave. Come here, brother, savage charge plus whirlwind. All the boss outside the city were sucked in by him, and then they fell down one by one. Seeing large swaths of bosses fall down, the players on the city wall were frightened by Lu Feng's operation. The middle-aged man was also slightly stunned. Is this guy seeking death? Wrong. Damn it, he actually killed more than 20,000 bosses in seconds. Even the middle-aged man, who had always been as steady as a mountain, was surprised. Is this a player? This is Superman. We must find out who this person is as soon as possible and protect him. This is the first thought in the middle-aged man's mind at this time. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. All monsters in the 10th wave of events have been eliminated. Congratulations on the successful protection of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater. After 30 seconds, all players on the active map will be transferred back to the bound main city. The top 10 players with points will announce the reward content after 30 minutes. Other players with points can redeem corresponding rewards on the event page. The event redemption page lasts for 60 minutes. Congratulations to all players in the Chinese war zone for receiving a 50% experience bonus, which lasts for 12 hours. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. All monsters in the 10th wave of events have been eliminated. Congratulations on the successful protection of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater. Yeah, we did it. We won. Tens of millions of players on the active map and players outside the map all cheered. Many players on the event map sat on the ground tiredly, and some shed tears of joy. After 30 seconds, all players on the active map will be wrapped in white light. Swish, swish, swish. All players are teleported back to their home cities. When Lu Feng sent the message back to the main city, he seemed to see the statue of the goddess smiling affirmatively at him. Am I hallucinating while playing a game? Can a broken statue still have expressions? Then he posted in the team channel, I'm going to go offline to eat. I'll come back later. You guys play first. It was already 17:20 in the afternoon, and it was time to make dinner. He went to the kitchen to wash his face and wake up. It seemed that he couldn't play games for too long. Just when he wanted to wipe his face with a towel, the towel flew directly into his hand. While he was wiping his face, he didn't feel anything was wrong yet. He didn't realize anything until he finished wiping his face. I remember I just waved and the towel was in my hand. Looking at the towel in his hand, he looked confused. Did he remember it wrong, or did the towel really fly into his hand? If he didn't want to try it again, he put the towel on the table and stood 2 meters away from the table. He raised his hand and waved at the towel, and the towel flew over. ... Why does this feel so much like a mortal unparalleled wave? This. Then he didn't have to worry about cooking. He directly found a wooden stick, went to the yard and started to condense the sword light, and then slashed into the sky. Bang, swish. The first sound was the sound of a wooden stick exploding, and the second sound was the sound of a huge sword flying into the sky. He looked blankly at the exploding wooden stick in his hand. This was because the wooden stick could not withstand the energy in his body and exploded. Oh no, bro, you can't take off now. Ha ha ha. He stood in the yard and giggled. Xiao Hui happened to come back at this time. Seeing Lu Feng standing in the yard and giggling, she said speechlessly, "Brother, are you possessed? Why are you giggling alone?" After hearing Xiao Hui's words, Lu Feng scratched his head and said with a smile, "Little sister, I want to give you a gift." Xiao Hui. Then Xiao Hui walked up and touched his forehead, and said with a puzzled look on his face, "You don't have a fever either, why are you talking nonsense here?" Ahem, it's true. I've decided, I'm going to give you a God's Domain game cabin. He has proven that the abilities in the game can be brought into reality, so he will definitely bring his little sister with him. Brother, I know about God's Domain. It is the most popular new online game this year. Some students in our class are also playing it. But that game cabin is worth 200,000, can you afford it? TCH, isn't it just 200,000? I have money now. Just wait and accept the gift, haha. By the way, I'll cook first. He had the meal ready in 10 minutes, 3 dishes and 1 soup. After the brother and sister finished eating, Lu Feng hurriedly logged into the game again. Ding, welcome to the world of God's Domain. Again, I wish you a happy game. He was standing in the Sky City Square, looking at the large number of players in front of him. This, God's Domain, is getting more and more popular now. Take a look at the points redemption page first. Guardian Goddess Statue Points Redemption Interface. Equipment type. From bronze to diamond, within level 50 can only be exchanged for equipment of this profession. Pet category. From bronze to diamond. Mount category. From bronze to diamond. Skill categories. From bronze level to diamond level can only be exchanged for this professional skill. Consumable categories, including potions, fruits, disposable scrolls, etc. Special props, including gems, skill upgrade rolls, sundries, etc. This is better than the last Undead Siege redemption rewards, and the categories are richer. Lu Feng looked at his points, which turned out to be 112 million. It's time to spend some money. First, send out pets and mounts. These two are of little use to him, even diamond level ones. In terms of equipment, the lowest level he has now is platinum, and it is already level 40. If he wants to change it, he will have to change it to diamond level. As for skills, he already looked down on ordinary skills, unless they were of the killing aura type. Finally, consumables and special props are what he focuses on. Dongzi actually admitted all 4 of Shalwa's best friends into the guild. Lu Feng checked the guild log and said, "That's fine, you can just collect it yourself if you save it this way." Oh my god, this level 50 diamond level equipment actually costs so many points. One piece costs 10 million points. Oh, let's change it. He then changed into a set of armor and a set of jewelry. The 11 pieces of equipment cost 110 million points. As for the shield and weapons, he had no plans to change them yet. And there are 2 sets of suits, 1 set of armor and 1 set of jewelry. The armor is the Dragon King suit, and the jewelry is the Demon Slaying suit. If you can't put it on, put it in your bag first. With 2 million points left, he exchanged 5 physique gems and 5 spirit gems. This just spent all his points. Ordinary people must not be able to afford even 1 piece. Fortunately, I earned a lot of points. And Chen Ming and the others can also exchange for a lot of good things. Just when he was about to carefully check the equipment attributes, a prompt appeared in the system. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. The 10th place in the points ranking list of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater, Falling Leaves Return to Roots, will be rewarded with a legendary pet egg. The 9th place reward will be released in 30 seconds. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. The 10th place in the points ranking list of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater, Falling Leaves Return to Roots, will be rewarded with a legendary pet egg. The 9th place reward will be released in 30 seconds. Close black lens bracket. The official forum exploded instantly. Yunshuijian, holy shit. Even the 10th place will be rewarded with legendary pets, so the top 3 will not be rewarded with artifacts. One arrow will make you pregnant, I shed tears of envy. You can't rid your sister, or you having a promiscuous abortion. Wah wook, I really wish I was also the leg hair of the master of charge. The top 9 points in this list are all people who are masters of charge. Woohoo, I'm so jealous. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. Ranking 9th in the points ranking of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater, for whom the flowers bloom, will reward you with a legendary mount egg. The 8th place reward will be released in 30 seconds. Close black lens bracket. Soon the rewards for the top 7 players were distributed, all of which were legendary items. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. The 3rd place in the points ranking list of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater, arrow shooting into the sky, will be rewarded with a level 50 epic professional equipment gift box. The 2nd place reward will be released in 30 seconds. Close black lens bracket. Long knife stepping on songs, arrow shooting into the sky. Brother, I want this epic equipment of yours, on the condition that you use it as you wish. Aoshan Chong, brother Chengkong, I am also good friends with the charge master. I am willing to pay a lot of money to buy this epic equipment. This is the first epic piece of equipment in the entire server. Everyone wants it, but they can't get in touch with arrow shooting in the sky, who is Li Dong. He is currently leveling outside the city, so he has no time to pay attention to friend requests. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. The 2nd place in the points rankings of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese war zone, Fake Oil, will be rewarded with an epic professional skill. The 1st place reward will be released in 30 seconds. Close black lens bracket. There are still people who are willing to trade the equipment, but basically no one is willing to sell the skills of this profession, especially such epic skills. Wang Dao, Ming, damn, you're so rich. Chen Ming said with a stern look on his face, I'm just second in the world. Haha. Li Dong, open it quickly and see what skill it is. Li Dong's level 50 epic professional equipment gift box, what he gave out was a level 50 epic bow and arrow, a weapon with heaven-defying attributes. Chen Ming, heavenly spirit and earth spirit, please give me a good skill. I'll use it. Li Dong and Wang Dao looked at Chen Ming's dull look and asked anxiously, what skills have been used? Tell me quickly. Chen Ming, what I prescribed was actually the mage's forbidden curse, ha ha ha. You are so ridiculous, show it now and see what kind of skill it is. Chen Ming gave the skills to the two of them with a proud look on his face. Item name, Annihilation Black Hole. Item level, Epic level, Forbidden spell level. Learning level, level 50. Item type, Mage Professional Skills. Skill Introduction. The Forbidden Spell level spell created by the ancient space legendary Archmage Elrin, Annihilation Black Hole, consumes 5,000 mana points to release a huge circular black hole, which will attack all enemies within 100 meters of the surrounding area. The unit causes an attraction control effect, and continues to cause damage equal to 100% of its own magic attack every second for 10 seconds, with a CD of 120 minutes. Wang Dao and Li Dong finally realized that Chen Ming was an invincible lucky star. After coming to God's domain, everything I do is extremely lucky. Wang Dao, FK. I just got one legendary equipment. God, I don't accept it. Li Dong. Now let's look at Lu Feng's reward. Open black lens bracket ding. Server-wide announcement. The 1st place in the points rankings of the Guardian Goddess statue, large-scale event in the Chinese theater, Charging Little Warrior, will be rewarded with a mythical professional equipment. All rewards have been distributed. Players who have obtained event points are requested to redeem event rewards as soon as possible. Close black lens bracket. All the players in the Chinese war zone exploded. Damn it. The system actually directly rewards mythical equipment. This is a combination of incredible players and incredible equipment. Both are against the sky. Lu Feng ignored the madness of other players and began to directly check the equipment rewarded by the system. It turns out to be a shield. Let's take a look at its properties first. Item name: Glory Blood War Shield. Wearing level: no level. Wearing requirements: Shield Warrior. Equipment level: Mythical level. Physical defense: plus 50 * own level. Magic defense: plus 40 * own level. Strength: plus 5 * own level. Physique: plus 5 * own level. Agility: plus 5 * own level. Spirit: plus 5 * own level. Damage reduction: plus 30%. Abnormal resistance: plus 30%. Double defense bonus: plus 20%. HP bonus: plus 20%. Attack block: plus 50%. Successful block reduces damage by 90%. Ignore critical hits passive. After equipping this shield, the enemy's critical hits will not affect you. Full body defense passive. After equipping this shield, you can enjoy attacking and blocking without blind spots all over your body. Special attributes. Introduction: a shield born naturally from the universe, with endless defensive power. After Lu Feng saw the properties of this shield, he showed an expression of disbelief. This growth equipment. Moreover, the other bonus attributes of this shield are not only comprehensive but also terrifyingly high. Look at the two skills of the shield that perfectly match the anti-war profession. It's truly an incredible attribute. The most important thing is that there is no level requirement for wearing it, so he just put on this shield. At this time, his physical defense directly exceeded 10,000, his magic defense also exceeded 6,000, and his damage reduction and abnormal resistance exceeded 100%. This means that he has officially gained the ability to be immune to control, and as long as others do not have the ability to ignore damage reduction, they will not lose blood when they hit him. Anyway, he hasn't seen any equipment or boss that ignores damage reduction yet. Maybe it's because I'm not at a high enough level to have access to that kind of perverted attribute. At this time, Li Dong and others sent him messages on the guild channel. Arrow shooting into the sky: congratulations, Afeng. Now you have obtained the first mythical equipment in the whole server. Haha. For whom the flowers bloom, Brother Feng is invincible. Brother Feng is the best. Fake oil: awesome. Now it's a heifer riding a rocket, so awesome that it reaches the sky. Charging Little Warrior: ahem, you have also redeemed your points. Now you are invincible at this stage. You'd better go level up. Chrysanthemum Crazy Demon: we have finished the exchange and are now gathering together to attack the previous diamond boss. With the little flower boss here, we should be able to eliminate it easily. Arrow shooting into the sky: I suggest that the 8 of us form a team to level up, and let Afeng level up alone. This way we can ensure that his level is among the best, and we don't have to worry about our future equipment. What do you think? Quote. Li Dong's words made Shalwa and the others realize that they were actually Lu Feng's trolls. However, at this stage, the 8 of them were also top-notch beings. They could solve 99% of the problems by themselves. If they couldn't solve it anymore, they could solve it themselves. Find Lu Feng. Cute little Lulu. Although I really want to play in a team with the Charge Master, but what the Vice President said makes sense, and I support it. Shadow in the Wind, 2nd. Fake oil, must support unconditionally. Finally, they all looked at Shalwa. If anyone wanted to decide who had played the game with Lu Feng the longest, it would have to be Shalwa. For whom the flowers bloom, what Brother Dong said makes sense. I agree with Brother Dong's suggestion. Before Lu Feng said a word, they decided the matter. Damn it, I, the guild president, don't even have the right to speak, alas. Charging Little Warrior: okay, if you have any difficulties, remember to call me. Fake oil: Afeng, you can level up with peace of mind. What do you have to worry about my strength? I will definitely be able to take everyone with me. Little Charge Warrior: what I'm most worried about is you. Just don't take everyone to the garbage dump. Fake oil: ahem. Well, let's conquer the boss first, no more chatting. ... Lu Feng knew all about these three young people, so Chenming was unreliable, and the others should be fine. With this wave of points at the bottom and the support of Shalwa, the 8 of them will definitely become the masters of the team. Now I can level up and do quests. Then he took out the shield from his back and admired it for a while. The shield looked really nice. The appearance naturally bred by the universe, the aesthetics are indeed very cool. Awesome. Praise the universe. By the way, there will be an auction at 8 o'clock tonight, and 2 of his gang founding orders will be auctioned. He immediately contacted Brother Li. Charging little warriors. Brother Li, remember to sell the 2 gang building orders you sold this time as game coins, the starting price is 100,000 gold coins. Also tell President Zhang, remember to take care of one of them, Thunderstorm, Guild. The power of the tiger, well, I got it, Great Master. Congratulations, you have obtained the first mythical equipment in God's domain. Then Brother Li was polite to him for a while, and then talked about the details of the auction. So what are you going to do next? Is it leveling up, doing quests, or going to the Tower of the Gods? There is no need to break through the tower now, just get some free attribute points. As for leveling up and completing tasks, you can do it together. Well, then go to the second level main city, Rand main city, to hand in tasks first, and then find monsters to level up. Then he summoned the Holy Light Lion and ran towards Rand's main city. There are only 4 secondary main cities, namely Rand main city, Ice main city, Oasis main city, and Fire main city. 30 minutes later, when he was about to enter the territory of Rand's main city on his mount, a system prompt appeared. Ding! You have now entered the territory of Rand main city, El Radi Forest. You must reach level 40 to enter this area. After seeing the prompt, he realized that the second level main city had to be level 40 before he could enter it. Fortunately, he was level 41. After another 20 minutes or so, he finally saw a huge city standing in front of him. Phew, finally arrived at Rand's main city. After Lu Feng entered Rand City, he first went to the grocery store and bought a few Rand City return scrolls, and then used guild return technique to throw away some unused equipment and materials in the bag. Entered the guild warehouse. He then used the Rand City return scroll to return to the city, leaving a set of level 50 diamond level equipment and some things for himself in his backpack. Soon he came to the door of the city lord's palace, showed the Imperial Viscount medal, and explained to the guards that he was sending a letter to the city lord of Sky City on the order of the city lord. After a while, he followed the guards to the city lord's office in Rand's main city. The lord of Rand's main city is also a middle-aged man, about 40 years old. He was dressed much more gorgeously than the lord of Sky City, and when he first looked at Lu Feng, he had a sinister look, and then his expression changed to a normal one. After reading the letter from the lord of Sky City, he looked at Lu Feng with a smile and said, "Hello warrior, I am Blanc, the lord of Land City. On behalf of the Empire, I would like to thank you for your contribution to us. This is yours. Award. Ding. Congratulations to Charging Little Warrior for completing the mission and receiving 1,000 honor points and 100,000 experience points." Lu Feng had actually noticed the sinister expression the city lord looked at him at the beginning, and he also looked confused. It was the first time that he and the city lord Blanc met, and he didn't know each other before, but why did the city lord look at him like that? Strangeness. However, he did not reveal his doubts, but replied normally, "Lord, this is what I should do, and it is my duty to destroy those evil monsters." Haha, the Empire needs warriors like you. I happen to have an investigation task in my hand. I wonder if the warrior is interested in helping me complete it. City Lord Blanc said with a serious face. No problem, happy to help. Lu Feng wanted to see what City Lord Blanc wanted to do, so he needed to follow the City Lord's mission. A trace of excitement flashed in the City Lord's eyes and he said, "Very good. There is a large cave in the southeast of Rand's main city and strange demonized creatures have appeared in it. I hope you will help me investigate. Of course, if you complete I will also give you generous rewards." Ding. Congratulations to the player, Charging Little Warriors, for accepting the second mission of the main line of Sky City. Mission name: Exploring the Canyon Cave. Mission introduction: Mainline mission, current progress is 5/5. Mission content. Go to a large cave in the southeast of Rand's main city to explore the reason for the demonization of the creatures in the cave. Mission time, 3 days. Task rewards, instant rewards, experience points. Lu Feng stood up and said, "Then City Lord, just wait for my good news." The City Lord also smiled at this time and said, "Okay, then I wish the warrior a safe journey." Just before Lu Feng left, he used Insight Technique on the City Lord. Name, blank, level, 40, grade, diamond, position, land main city, City Lord. Title, Imperial Margrave, other, introduction. Born into a noble family in the human empire, he is extremely talented. He had fought against the demons for many years, and was later injured and served as the City Lord of the main city of Rand. He was personally awarded the title of Imperial Marquis by the Emperor of the Empire, which gave him a distinguished status. Lu Feng walked out of the City Lord's mansion while recalling the City Lord's information. Judging from the panel information he inspected, there was no problem. The only strange thing is that, other. But that doesn't mean anything. However, he always felt that there was something wrong with this City Lord. Since he became more and more powerful, his sixth sense or spiritual sense became more and more powerful. Let's take a step and take a look at it. Originally, the NPC in God's Domain is different from other games. He recalled the Dalmau village chief from Novice Village again. Then he bought a map of Rand's main city and followed the map's guidance to the mission location. Looking at the strange-shaped canyon cave in his eyes, he could sense that there was an evil force running inside. Without saying a word, he stepped into the cave. What comes into view is a group of huge insect monsters. These giant insects come in all kinds and have been demonized. Lu Feng looked at the disgusting bugs in front of him and felt goosebumps all over his body. If a woman were allowed to come here, she would definitely run away in fear. Insight Technique. Name, Demonized Mutated Centipede. Level, 40. Level, Demonized Elite Wild Monster. Blood volume, 200,000. Amount of blue, 10,000. Physical attack, 3,200. Physical defense, 2,000. Magic defense, 1,500. Skills, Fierce Bite, Tail Sting, Carapace Strengthening, Passive. Introduction. The former mutated centipede, its attributes were slightly improved after being demonized. Level 40 elite monsters seem to be able to give a lot of experience. Battle Roar. Open black lens bracket. Breath of Immortality. Close black lens bracket. Savage Charge. Critical hit 20,079. Minus 565,232. Plus 316068. Ding. Congratulations on killing demonized mutated centipede and gaining 33,300 experience points. Not bad, the experience value is quite high. However, this is with the 50% experience bonus from the Guardian Goddess statue activity, otherwise it would not be as much. Then let's clear out all the monsters here, and just do the quest while leveling up. Killing Intention Halo, turn on. Then he started running around the cave. After running into the cave, it was too dark, so he could only light a torch. It seems that the little flowers are still useful, at least they can serve as lighting. Immortal Unparalleled Wave Gather. In an instant, hundreds of bugs were sucked in by him, and then they were all instantly killed by the killing aura. The only troublesome thing is to pick up the game coins and props dropped by the monsters. Originally, these tasks were done by Shalwa, but now he has to do it himself. Now he kills monsters for 10 minutes and picks up things for 20 minutes. Damn Jill. After picking it up for a while, he suddenly thought of a problem, that is, he had been browsing in this cave for almost an hour, but he did not see a boss. Isn't there a boss here? A pure mob. Soon he reached the deepest part of the cave and saw an entrance to the next level. There is actually a next level. It seems that there is no boss on this first level. Then go to the second level and have a look. Then he stepped into the second floor, and a rising sound came from the system. Ding! You have entered a special mysterious area. No space props and skills can be used in this area. Lu Feng, does this mean that you won't be able to use the town recall scroll and the town recall spell? But he could sense that the evil energy was on this level, and it was very close to him. He was about to move forward, but found that the passage behind him was quickly disappearing. FK. There's something wrong with this mission. Lu Feng finally realized the problem and shouted. The Lord of Blanc City deliberately tricked him into coming here, and then entering this cave, he would definitely reach the second level. Now that the passage on the first floor has disappeared, and the return to city spell and the return to city scroll cannot be used, how should he go back? What does this city lord mean? At this moment, loud roars came from the depths of this lair. Soon he heard huge footsteps around him, and when he looked closely, he was surrounded by hundreds of bosses. These bosses include demonized creatures, skeletons, zombies, and puppets. Insight technique. Name: Undead Blade and Axe General. Level: 45. Level: Platinum level boss. Blood volume: 24 million. Amount of blue: 100,000. Physical attack: 7,200. Physical defense: 4,000. Magic defense: 2,500. Skills: Battle Axe Slam, Battle Stomp, Whirlwind, Will of the Undead passive, Undead War Body passive. Introduction. A powerful war general in the undead world, possessing powerful physical attacks and explosive abilities. The hundreds of bosses in front of you are all platinum bosses above level 45. With such a powerful lineup, even the most powerful warriors will suffer from this. However, Lu Feng smiled slightly and was worried about not having a boss to defeat. You guys are here to deliver food. Although this may be a conspiracy, I like it. What are you waiting for? Let's fight. Immortal unparalleled wave. Come here, brother. Suddenly, a huge suction force sucked all the hundreds of bosses in front of Lu Feng. Battle Trample plus Whirlwind. Swish, swish, swish. Bosses fell one by one, and system prompts continued to come. Ding. Congratulations on killing General Undead Blade and Axe and gaining 2.03 million experience points. Ding. Congratulations on killing Demonized Mutated Zombie King and gaining 2.1 million experience points. Ding. Congratulations on your kill. Ding. Congratulations on raising the level of Charging Little Warrior to level 42. You have gained 5 free attribute points and 1 professional skill point. Ding. Congratulations on raising the level of Charging Little Warrior to level 43. You have gained 5 free attribute points and 1 professional skill point. Ding. Congratulations on raising the level of Charging Little Warrior, 2. 10 seconds later, all 256 BOSSs fell to the ground, and his level reached level 49. Cool, leveling up like this is really fun. Then he picked up a few hundred pieces of platinum and gold equipment, and he couldn't fit them anymore. Then he threw away all the gold level equipment. He only wanted platinum level equipment, and he exploded 2 more guild building tokens. There is not enough space in the backpack. This is a problem. We need to find a way to solve it. Otherwise it will be a waste the next time you encounter this situation. Then he walked towards the location of the evil energy, and soon he saw an evil energy formation maintaining a portal. There is an evil aura coming from this portal. It should be these evil auras that infected the creatures in this cave and turned them into demons. Lu Feng touched his chin and analyzed, when he stepped forward to break the formation with a knife. A giant hand of energy reached out from the portal, grabbed his body and pulled him into the world inside the portal. He struggled hard but it was useless. When he entered the world inside the door, he released an immortal wave slash at this formation. FKU, the second Uncle City Lord, you're F-king me. Lu Feng finally shouted this. Then he seemed to have passed through a time and space channel. After a while, he was thrown into an eerie valley by a giant hand of energy. Ding, you have arrived in the world of the dead. This world is a mysterious small world. It is forbidden to use any teleportation props and teleportation skills. This world is full of dangers, please be careful when facing it. Lu Feng was stunned. This was actually the world of the undead. My relationship with the undead emperor was very unfriendly. Now it's time to finish. At this moment, a figure appeared in the distant sky, wearing a wizard's robe, and enveloped in this endless black aura. Why does this guy look familiar? Insight technique. Name: High Priest of the Undead Auction. Grade: Level: Epic Boss. Blood volume: Blue quantity. Other properties. Skill: Introduction. the chief high priest of the undead world and the right-hand man of the undead emperor. He has powerful necromancy and death spells. He has destroyed many cities and countless people have died in his hands. It is extremely terrifying. It turns out to be this hanging hair. Wipe. I wonder why it looks so familiar. Lu Feng shouted to Undead High Priest Auction in the sky, did you get me here? High Priest of the Undead Auction Will-O-the-Wisp eyes suddenly lit up. He looked at Lu Feng and said, yes, I brought you into our world on the order of my master, and I want to invite you to join our world of the undead. He remembered that this guy used to be a legendary boss, but now he has become an epic boss, and his level and attributes are invisible. It seems that he has regained his original strength, but now it's a bit difficult. Based on the previous level and attributes in Dead Soul Tower, this guy is at least level 80. The boss levels in this game are divided into bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, legend, epic, and myth. And the person in front of me is already an epic level being. Doesn't the undead emperor belong to the mythical level boss? Lu Feng didn't know what to do at this time, so he said, since your master wants to recruit me, why don't you come in person? Haha, although you have great potential, you are not yet ready for my master to come forward in person, but I am still very optimistic about you. Oh, it's not impossible to recruit me. You have to defeat me first. Lu Feng began to use delaying tactics. Facing such a super big boss in front of him, he didn't dare to be reckless. If he died of recklessness and couldn't return to his own world, he would be really screwed. Undead High Priest Auction's eyes flashed with Will-O-the-Wisp. Delay is useless, you have only two choices. Surrender or die. I have a problem, that is, I will accept soft things rather than hard words. If you want me to surrender, let's see if you have this ability. Very good. Then I can only make you into a puppet. Suffer death. Swish, swish, swish. The originally dead valley suddenly crawled out of countless skeletons and zombies. Some skeletons are still being assembled. Soon he was surrounded by all kinds of skeletons and zombie monsters, numbering at least tens of thousands, and all of them were level 40 or above. There are also 3 giant bone dragons among them. Fortunately, most of these monsters are mobs, and there are only a few hundred bosses. He shook the weapon and shield in his hand and shouted, come on. Let me show you what a real warrior is. Kill. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.